And Landon, let's work macro to micro, because there is a lot of talk and chatter around the growing nature of the EV space. I'm sure you got some data behind that. And then, of course, specifics here on Tesla.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, it's one of my favorite companies to root for. I mean, I love the CEO. I love the fact that he's got it out for short sellers. It makes it tough to bet against him. And, you know, just like you're talking about, the just overall electric vehicle market is something that they invented, basically. They created the demand for it, and it is growing significantly. And I think, obviously, that's going to benefit Tesla. It's going to benefit competitors as well. Ultimately, it's going to benefit the consumer as more companies get into this and push the envelope as to what technology can do and try to catch up, at least right now, try to catch up with Tesla. But you can see here at plus 52% year over year, the demand for electric vehicles is soaring. I mean, it had a nice little bump and a pullback, and now we are running up to all-time highs. And I think all of this has to do with the fact that Tesla is creating a fantastic product. Overall, the happiness of the company is extremely high. I mean, they've got happiness, I believe it's around 76% right now, which for a car maker is very, very high. And that's actually gone up over the last little bit. And so, you know, they've been very steady. And, you know, one thing you guys may remember about our data is as there's an influx of new customers, new purchase intent comes in, usually happiness declines a little bit because expectations were so high. The fact that the opposite is happening for Tesla is an extremely bullish sign for this company. And it just shows that people not only are coming into the company with very high expectations, but those expectations are being met and exceeded. So everything that we've got on Tesla is very positive. Even if you look at the purchase intent, I mean, this is actually a chart that is one of my favorites because Tesla for us has always been very, very forward looking. I mean, I can go back to, you know, 2013 or 14, and the mentions for this company were off the charts, and that was way before people started buying them. So they create a buzz around their products before people start buying them. And people like to talk on social media about the fact that they're going to get one before they actually make the purchase. And so when you look at purchase intent of people talking about buying these products, I mean, it is up significantly, up 78% year over year, 100% quarter over quarter, and just screaming to all-time highs. So this is as the stock is pulling back. This is something that, you know, we talk about a lot on this show, divergence, stocks moving in one direction, possibly implying lower expectations from the market, while consumer demand is screaming higher. That sort of that discrepancy between two movements is a very bullish sign for us. And it's actually, you know, we don't do this a lot on this show, but I will tell you that yesterday for our clients, we put out a bullish alert on Tesla. And so this is a company we've made a lot of money on in the past. We're betting again on them at this point. Definitely bullish Tesla long term.
Now, Landon, I just got back from a trip driving through your beautiful state of Kentucky. I was actually on I-65 for about 3.5 hours stuck. I went 4 miles in 3.5 hours because there was a road closure, but I didn't see a lot of Teslas down there. So this goes into my question. When you guys compile your data, are you getting most of this data from tweets based out of California, maybe Texas or Arizona, where you see a lot more Teslas on the road? Because I didn't see any in your state, and I saw very few down in Nashville. So does your data take that into account where geographically those positive mentions are coming from?
No, it doesn't. We're pretty much all over the U.S. I can tell you there's definitely plenty of Teslas in Louisville. Every time I'm with my kids, we've got a game where they spot one, they yell it out. They love to see them out there, probably because their Uncle Andy has a Model X, and it is just the most amazing car they've ever been in. It's incredible. But we do have them. But I can tell you, just think about this. The demand is extremely high. People love these cars, and you're not seeing them at super high saturated levels in the Midwest. So that's just more people waiting to buy. Those are going to be future customers as this product continues to develop. So, you know, we're extremely bullish on this company. I know from a traditional valuation standpoint, it's tough because the multiples are very, very forward looking. However, this is one of those companies that is legitimately poised to change the world. I mean, they're making electric vehicles attractive, more attractive than gas-powered vehicles. And 10 or 15 years ago, that was a joke. I mean, you talk about electric vehicles and it was something that could go 15 or 20 miles an hour and it couldn't go very far. It was just a complete joke. But Tesla is completely changing things. It's flipping it, flipping the whole script. And, just love this company, love the CEO. But personal opinions aside, the data is very, very bullish.
Yeah, if you're wondering about the product itself, just get in one if you have the chance, and it'll answer all your questions why these are so sought after and popular, and why people get excited when they see one. But Landon, I think that the unique thing here, and this is probably why you're so excited about it, is this is one of the few times in maybe Tesla's short history as a publicly traded company that the macro environment is kind of weighing on Tesla a little bit. But behind the scenes, at least from your data standpoint, things are looking very, very strong, and you may have an opportunity to get in a name that can beat, expectations. And a lot of times you have a company that it meets the expectations, but it's a showmanship. It's Elon's ability to talk through the new products and kind of distract you if they do miss. But if they're going to beat expectations, they're going to have strong numbers. And the only reason they're getting pulled back is because of rates and because we want to buy financials and energy stocks. I mean, this is a unique opportunity, at least for Tesla investors, potential investors going forward.
I completely agree, and so that's one of the reasons you don't want to bet against someone like Elon Musk. He's very crafty, he's smart, he's good on stage, and one of the things that people don't really understand about this company is the way that they've done the full self-driving. It's a $10,000 upgrade. And when people add that on, they bake 50% of that as revenue. They book 50% as revenue, and they book 50% as a liability, which as they deliver more functionality and they control when they do that, they transfer that liability from debt to revenue. So they control the keys, the floodgates on this revenue. And if I'm Elon Musk, then I'm looking at my delivery numbers. I'm looking at what's important to investors. How are my sales going? And if they're weak, then I'm going to open that floodgate a little bit to help boost things on that next earnings call. So they've got the ability to sort of manipulate the numbers through this full self-driving mode. And not only that, but as they release more features and move liability into revenue, they're going to get more people signing up, booking more $10,000 or signing up for the subscription service. And I got to tell you, if you haven't been in one that has that full self-driving, it is absolutely incredible. I mean, it can really manage the road in ways I did not expect it to do. On the highway, it's a piece of cake. On back roads and sort of smaller streets, it's really impressive, and it's getting there. I mean, 5 or 10 years from now, it's going to be hands off the wheel, and I doubt my kids are ever going to learn how to drive because they're just going to hop in a car and tell it where it wants to go, and that's all thanks to this company. So again, this is sort of a rare thing for us to come on this show and say yesterday we put out a bullish opportunity alert. And this opportunity alert, it's a service over the last 3 years has averaged 70% ROI. So we're killing it with this service. And this service is pointing upwards bullish on Tesla. So I don't have anything bad to say. I think it's just a great company. And long term, we love it here. And I love the fact that it's pulled back from all-time highs. You're getting it on sale, in my opinion.